So let's just get started with number 20. And this is Friends Everywhere for Levi's Friends Everywhere. Levi's Princess Mononoke. So what I want to do is I want to play this first piece, and then we'll talk a little bit about the work. So, I mean, a really interesting collection. And yesterday, Friends Everywhere, sorry, 2 days ago, we were talking about Pride. And so this continues this really interesting journey for the agency and for the brand and creating some of these collections and creating some of these environments. And Daniel, I want to, Levi's is a venerable brand. And it can be really it can be challenging to make sure that you're retaining the sense of what the brand is without going too far afield and people not understanding it. First of all, your observations about this work, but also having experienced this, the importance of, if you are going to do something that's a little more outside the lane of what you're usually known for, what are some of the benefits and what are some of the pitfalls?
Yeah, totally. I mean, the first thing, when Kate and I had looked at this and seeing it again today, I think, yes, it doesn't just play. It's not Beyonce, right? It's not the all Americana kind of,
Right.
Levi's. It doesn't stack up to the core positioning. But what I think it really does is create a sense of artistry and poetry that people might not necessarily associate with the brand.
Right.
And while a purist might say, well, how does that really stack up to, the core, the core sort of brand proposition and brand positioning? I actually think that today in fashion, especially, you find that brands that, are more adventurous, aren't sort of essentially deviating to some extent from the norms, don't really get to stand out. So I just think this sort of style of animation, and as I said, I find it to be particularly poetic. That's the best way I know how to describe this work. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not.
No. I think so, because there is a I'm going to play a quick there's a quick like 8-second vibe. A few of these. Let me play a couple of these real quick. So you have this, and it's very, very, very chill. And then you have that. And so there is a sense of peace to this. And this is a traditional, so Princess Mononoke, I don't know that much about it. I know that it was a very popular film in Japan, and so there's a certain peace to it, Peace to it, but still retaining the high quality of this Levi's brand.
Yeah, I think there's the fantasy and realism combined. I love the moss dripping off the trees. I love the color combinations that all come together to kind of they blend yet stand out. And I think that's what kind of drew me to this. I thought, wow, I don't know anything about Princess Mononoke, but when I looked it up, and I was like, oh wow, that really kind of captures it. That captures it, but still kind of retains that Levi's realism.
Yeah.
And the only thing I would add is the garments themselves are part of the branding. You know what I mean? Like, they're part of the design.
Yeah.
So it's not like there's a design system wrapping a product. So I just think, where product and design, they're just intertwined, and there's just a lovely symbiotic relationship.
Yeah. Love it.
Obviously, with nature being a meta theme. So anyway, I think it's just
I love it.
very well.
I love it. All right, cool.